In recent hours, the city of Tempe, Arizona, has faced one of the most intense weather events recorded in the past decade. An atmospheric microburst accompanied by a powerful thunderstorm struck the area around 1 p.m. on Monday, October 13th, generating straight-line winds exceeding 81 miles per hour and concentrated rainfall that quickly overwhelmed urban drainage systems. The microburst occurred when an extremely dense column of descending air suddenly collapsed against the ground, producing destructive gusts in all directions. Although brief, this phenomenon caused damage comparable to a tornado, without rotational movement, making advance warning particularly difficult. Within 20 minutes, neighborhoods in the East Valley were left devastated. Streets such as Kine Road and Southern Avenue saw fallen trees, ripped-off roofs, and scattered debris that blocked traffic. The destruction extended beyond residential areas, affecting shopping centers, business complexes, and urban parks. Over 34,000 residents in Tempe lost power, while other communities across the Phoenix Valley also experienced widespread outages. Utility crews worked for hours removing fallen trees and repairing high-voltage lines. Yet by the end of the day, approximately 10,000 users remained without electricity. Structural damage was severe. Roofs were torn off, walls collapsed, and air conditioning units detached. In several apartment complexes, the wind exposed the interior of buildings, leaving some units temporarily uninhabitable. Streets remained blocked by trees and metal debris, hampering rescue and initial recovery operations. Rainfall was extraordinarily intense, with over an inch of water recorded in just 30 minutes in some areas. This volume overwhelmed urban drainage systems and caused localized flooding, while the compacted city soil limited rapid absorption, increasing the risk of runoff and water accumulation. The event occurred under an unusual climatic pattern for the region, as tropical moisture from remnants of Pacific hurricanes combined with warm air at higher altitudes and dry air in lower layers. This interaction favored the formation of extremely rapid and concentrated downdrafts, responsible for the microburst's destructive force. Meteorological analyses reported wind speeds reaching 81 miles per hour in several locations, with isolated gusts up to 99 miles per hour. The linear direction of the winds produced a characteristic destruction pattern: linear damage, without rotation or vortices, affecting roofs, vegetation, and structures along a corridor approximately 4 kilometers in diameter. Urban infrastructure suffered significant impacts. Traffic signs, light poles, fences, and public furniture were severely damaged. Public transportation was disrupted by fallen trees and heavy objects, causing delays and temporary route closures. Water systems were also affected, with damaged pipelines and leaks interrupting supply in various sectors. Commercial areas experienced considerable damage. Partially destroyed roofs, detached billboards, and affected ventilation and air conditioning systems. Initial economic losses are estimated in the millions of dollars, including structural repairs and temporary business interruptions. Parks and green spaces in Tempe were devastated. Centuries-old trees were uprooted, recreational areas flooded, and urban furniture destroyed. The Phoenix Zoo suffered similar damage, though no injuries or harm to animals were reported. The facility remained closed for 2 days for cleaning and repairs. Coordination between firefighters, public services, security, and logistics teams allowed for an immediate response, prioritizing structural assessments, debris removal, and restoration of essential services. These actions minimize the risk of additional incidents following the microburst. Although microbursts are common during Arizona's monsoon season, the intensity and concentration of this event make it one of the most severe in the past decade. The combination of warm air, tropical moisture, and concentrated downdrafts created conditions that exceeded typical meteorological forecasts. The National Weather Service emphasized the difficulty of issuing advance warnings due to the rapid formation of microbursts, which occur within minutes and with limited spatial precision. Simulation models identify instability as the key factor, but predicting the exact impact point remains extremely challenging. The city established temporary shelters for displaced residents, providing potable water, temporary electricity, and basic supplies. Structural inspections and institutional coordination ensured the safety of residents and workers as services were gradually restored. Residential damage was the most severe. Torn-off roofs, collapsed walls, and damaged electrical systems accounted for most of the initial repair costs. Apartment complexes, due to their density and height, were particularly vulnerable to concentrated wind gusts. The storm also disrupted vehicular traffic, with streets blocked by debris and roof fragments, forcing temporary closures and detours. Telecommunication systems suffered partial interruptions, but were quickly restored to maintain emergency communications and information flow. The combination of extreme winds and heavy rainfall produced a synergistic effect on structures, causing multiple building collapses and highlighting urban vulnerability to severe microbursts. Nearby communities, including Phoenix, Mesa, and Gilbert, also reported damage, though to a lesser extent, reflecting the concentration of the phenomenon along a specific East Valley corridor. Immediate technical response allowed cleanup and reconstruction to begin promptly, removing fallen trees, debris, and hazardous materials to restore mobility and urban safety. Subsequent assessments highlighted the need for detailed inspections of roofs, walls, and electrical systems before residents could return to their homes. Further meteorological studies indicate that such phenomena could intensify with increasing humidity and regional temperatures, generating even more concentrated and destructive winds over short periods. Urban planning and building codes will need to consider these variables to mitigate future damage. Recovery efforts include roof reconstruction, electrical line repairs, drainage of flooded streets, and restoration of parks and public spaces. Coordination between municipal agencies, service providers, and private contractors has allowed for efficient progress toward restoring urban infrastructure. This microburst has been classified as one of the most severe in Arizona in recent years, with a concentrated, linear destruction pattern that underscores the need for more precise alert systems and preventive measures against extreme atmospheric events.